Welcome to Base Camp Blue Sky. We're finally on the road. We're heading to Valley of Fire. It's a 2-day hop, but will we get there without any drama? Stay tuned.
Still dark outside. It's 6 o'clock. Got a little pile of stuff over here on the floor to take out. And we keep seeing a few things here and there, but it's all good. We'll get a little breakfast and a little bit of coffee in us this morning, and the sun doesn't come up for another hour. But it should be a little bit more light here in about half an hour, so.
What do you think, dog? You ready to go? Ready to go on a trip?
Kitty, go bye-bye.
Retract. There's the retract button. Get this thing fired up.
Puppy saying goodbye to the barn.
We're rolling.
We're rolling. Heading off to Valley of Fire.
Head west.
We just got on I-70, heading west here in Grand Junction. And the Garmin says we got 267 miles to I-15. Giddy up. Here we go. We purchased a brand new TPMS sensor system from Tire Minder, and it arrived late last week. I installed it per instructions, placing the range extender underneath the chassis, underneath the battery tray, roughly halfway between the front and the back of the coach, like it wanted. After screwing on all the tire sensors and getting the monitor attached to them, we were good to go. As with anything new, we anticipated learning about it as we drove. What happened next was definitely a learning experience. We were cruising down I-70 when all of a sudden the monitor started beeping at me, and it said the right rear tire was low on the toad on our Jeep. Your monitor just beeped at me and said that at least that's what I thought it said. What's an N5?
What pressure does it say? 5. It says 5?
There was an exit coming up, and so we decided to pull over to investigate. Next exit. Take a look.
Yeah, so we're coming into Green River, so we'll pull over and take a look. Okay. 14-0. And there's little marks like somebody's hitting.
Well, looks like it's got air. During the inspection of the Jeep's rear tires, we discovered that the sensors were in the wrong position and they needed to be swapped. I'm not really sure how that happened, but I also changed the batteries just in case.
See if I got an air gauge in here.
I also discovered that in our air up and down tote, both air pressure gauges were broken.
Did you take the cap off?
Yeah.
We almost had to fire up the Jeep and let its sensors tell us if the tires were low.
Maybe the cap wasn't on right? Or the sensor? Maybe the sensor wasn't on? Maybe it was coming loose?
We're back on the road again after that little alert from our Tire Minder monitor here. As it turns out, not sure. The tire said N5, which I think is a code for no signal maybe, or maybe it's NS. Maybe it was NS for no signal. So we're thinking it just didn't get a signal, or it lost the signal.
Well, what does the Tire Minder show right now?
Everything's good.
Everything's good right now. Yep. You messed with it. You changed out those two, the two rear
took it
on
off,
the Jeep.
and I put it back on, and I brought the Tire Minder display here back there, so it must have found a signal again. I don't know.
Okay.
Again, this is all a new system.
Awesome.
Trying to figure it out.
I know. We're still working with it. Okay, so we carry on.
Carrying on.
Okay.
We're at a little lunch spot, stop spot, picnic spot, doing a walkabout real quick. Heating up some lunch inside. Yeah, I like walking around every time we stop just to give things an eyeball. You never know what you might see. We're got a beautiful view up here. Yeah, another beautiful little spot. This begs to be explored. What if I throw you a snowball?
Oh,
Ready?
Snowballs.
Yeah.
Girl, look at her jump.
Here's another one, maybe. Ready?
We lost a little bit of time while diagnosing our problems with our TPMS system. So we decided to stop at a harvest host that was ahead of us and spend the night there, and continue on towards Valley of Fire first thing in the morning. We got in just as the sun was setting and had a very quiet night at the Vineyards.
Well, good morning. We find ourselves at a vineyard, Zion Vineyards here in South Utah, overnight. It was, got here a little bit later than we wanted to, right after sunset. So it was kind of getting dark, and made a quick visit in there and got a couple bottles of wine. They're very proud of them. So they were a little more expensive than we were hoping, but hopefully they'll be very tasty for having a beautiful sunrise this morning. Kind of getting ready to bug out of here. Yesterday, right about 450 in mileage. Today we're right about 150 in mileage, so it's a much shorter day today. Doing a little bit of, I wouldn't call it maintenance, but we're keeping an eye on our diesel heater here. The service work that I did before we left on this trip. I'm not sure if it's gotten all the hiccups out because it shut off a couple times last night. Got down to the lower 30s, but not freezing. We were in the mid 50s inside, so we were very comfortable. That's the whole point, is making sure the stuff works for when it does get cold. But otherwise, we're gonna enjoy a little sunrise, drink a little coffee, get a little breakfast, and then we'll be heading out.
It's a Lake Mead National Recreation Area. That's federal. We do not accept national park passes.